Greetings and welcome to Elect Connect, a candidate forum brought to you by the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. I'm Mary Morgan, the Chamber's Director of Advocacy and Public Policy, and we'll be talking with Julie Thomas, a Democrat who's running for Monroe County Commissioner in District 2. Before we get started, I'd like to thank our Elect Connect sponsors. Without their support, our work would not be possible. Those sponsors include Comcast Business, German American Bank, City of Bloomington, Bunker and Robertson, Hoosier Energy, Indiana University, and Smithville. And now, welcome Julie Thomas. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to begin by just asking you to tell us about yourself and why you're running for re-election.
Great. Thank you so much. So I've been a resident of Monroe County for more than 25 years and served as an elected official since 2009 when I began my stint on the county council. I became county commissioner in December of 2012. And I believe as a public servant, I have developed really great relationships and work effectively with residents, businesses, other government officials, and folks throughout the community. I have a lot of experience with a number of social service agencies as a volunteer board member, places like Middle Way House, Planned Parenthood, the Circles Program, WFHB. And all of that informs my understanding about community needs. I hold a Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, 2 masters, and a PhD. And I teach at Southern New Hampshire University online history and at Franklin College also in the field of history. And I think that my college classroom experience and my experience as in the academic field really helps to hone my ability to research events and to understand how to present information in a more effective manner. And I am running because, and I filed before COVID, but I'm running because I believe that I have demonstrated leadership skills that have helped protect Monroe County residents and businesses and social service organizations. This pandemic has required monumental effort. And so some of the projects we really wanted to work on as the Board of Commissioners have been put off or delayed, but that doesn't mean they won't happen. And so while we've been focusing on public health and economic recovery, we provided food and beverage funding of almost $400,000. These are grants, not loans, to county businesses and social service organizations. We are now providing CARES funding, so I'll give a little plug there if I might, that if there is any business or social service agency in the county that has COVID-related expenses that have not been covered elsewhere, that they are invited to apply for CARES funding that we're making available to those businesses to make sure that we have a viable and vital economic structure in our community once the pandemic's over and even while it's going on as well. So we've been putting a lot of work into that, and of course the public health side is also very demanding. In the future, we do have the County Development Ordinance, the CDO, that's coming up, and I've already been working on that and hope to continue to do so. Quarry in the Uplands is a great park and economic development project in the Curry State Road 45, 46 area. And of course, there's always environmental improvements that we can make, and trying to get broadband. So there's a lot of these projects that we've had to put off a little bit, but I'm hoping that we can get back to very soon, as I'm sure everybody in the community is feeling. This pandemic has been devastating. It's impacted people's health and livelihood and well-being and the economy, and we've all felt it, and we're anxious, and but blue skies are coming.
Well, I'm glad for that optimistic outlook. Thank you for sharing all that. So the question I have for you is, what are you doing? And I know that there are, this is something that we've brought up before, to build relationships and to strengthen the relationship with the city of Bloomington and also with the state of Indiana
Right. And that is an important part of what we do as the Board of Commissioners, as the executive and legislative branch of county government. We do make a lot of relationships, and they extend in throughout the county and beyond. I have had to go a few times before the State House regarding legislation. So I'm comfortable in that environment, and I've made some connections there through the Hoosier Women Forward program that I was part of the inaugural class of that program. And so I even developed some great relationships at the federal level as well. So it is important to work with every entity, Town of Ellettsville, City of Bloomington, Steinsville, and every county resident as well, and all of the businesses that are in the city and outside the city. As county commissioners, we also represent the city, and people forget that. They think we're just the rural areas, but we do represent everybody in the entire county. So those relationships have really developed through things like working through the convention center, the food and beverage tax, working on things like fighting annexation, and that really helped us develop even stronger relationships with folks in the rural parts of the county as well. So the goal is always to put what residents want and what the business community needs at the forefront, and work with those relationships that I've already developed and develop even stronger ones as we try to develop compromise and try to achieve something of what everybody wants, which is always impossible, but you try anyway.
Great. Well, thank you for that answer. And as a reminder to everyone, we've been talking with Julie Thomas. She's a Democrat who's running for re-election as Monroe County Commissioner in District 2. Another shout out to our Elect Connect sponsors, Comcast Business, Unger and Robertson, City of Bloomington, German American Bank, Hoosier Energy, Indiana University, and Smithville. And finally, a reminder and a plea to vote on November 3rd, or to take advantage of early voting if you can. For information on this year's election and all the candidates in our area, please visit these two online resources. The County Election Central is monroecountyvoters.us, and the Chamber's own nonpartisan election site is chamberbloomington.org/2020-general-election. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great. Thank you so much.